Hello fellow rock tumblers, let's start another rock tumbling video. In this video we're going to take these rocks and see how well these will tumble and polish. Well, what's the story behind these rocks, you ask? Let me tell you. I spent the last couple of weeks in Colorado with my, well, now wife, Kendra. We got married there, you know. And while we were there, we did a little bit of rock hounding, not much. But we picked up a couple of rocks that we think might be beautiful once they get tumbled and polished. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with some of these rocks, but they look and feel like they should take a good tumble and polish. This is quartz, I believe, so this one should shine up nicely. These pieces here, I don't know what these are. Are they hard enough to hold up to the coarse grit? We're gonna find out. This piece I picked up, I think it looks like maybe some sort of fossil. You see that? Like a coral, which means this will probably dissolve in the coarse grit. We're gonna find out. What I'm gonna do is get all of these into the smallest barrel I have, which is a 3-pound barrel, and I'll have to add a lot of filler material as well. And I'll get these rolling in the coarse grit until they're nice and smooth, which won't take long for some of these. Once these are all nice and smooth, I'll bring them back in here and show you what they look like before moving them onto the polishing stages in the vibratory tumbler. After less than 2 weeks, our Colorado rocks are finished with the coarse grit stage, and these rocks, well, they didn't hold up all that well. I'm a little worried that we're not going to get a great shine, but I knew I couldn't continue to grind these. Like, this is a guitar pick at this point. The quartz looks like it is going to be just fine. It's not a perfect tumble, but it should take a good shine. This piece here actually might be really nice if it takes a good shine, and I think it will. We'll see. Yeah, this one I don't have high hopes for. Let's find out if any of these little Colorado rocks, when I say little, I mean little. Let's find out if any of these little Colorado rocks will take a good shine. Let me go ahead and get these in the vibratory tumbler. I'll go for about 10 days. And once I'm finished with that final 14,000 grit aluminum oxide polish, I'll bring these back in here and I'll show you what they look like. Check it out, our Colorado rocks are polished. Did we get any good ones? Well, maybe a couple. Let's take a look at the nicer ones. Well, this odd duck did not take a great shine. As you can see, it just took an average shine, which, you know, isn't awful. It's not a very interesting rock, though, I'm afraid. Probably should have just left this one on the trail. Here's another one that probably should have stayed behind. This one I did not think was going to take much of a shine, and I was right, it didn't. Look at that, though. It does have the little metallic stuff in it. You can see in the reflection, but the rest of it, not very interesting, other than the color. I do like the color. It's got that greenish color. I'm a big fan of green rocks. And now I see it does have that metallic stuff at this little cap here, which is kind of cool. Otherwise, I'd say this is pretty much a dud. This tiny one here, well, like the last one, did not take much of a shine. It's sort of an interesting looking rock, though. Don't know what it is. It has that petrified wood look, although I'm sure it's not petrified wood, but it does have that look. Another dud. This one's a lot like that first rock I showed you, but it seems to have a lot more going for it. As you can see, there's some cool pattern in there. Not a great tumble, of course. In fact, this one fractured as I was tumbling it. But the design in the rock looks pretty cool. It almost has an agate, yeah, sure, an agate look to it. You can see some, well, what appears to be chalcedony, maybe, yeah? I'm thinking this might be somewhat agate, and then whatever else. It's not horrible. I'd say this is the first decent one of the group. Here's my guitar pick rock, I believe. That's how I described it. It's like the very first one we looked at. It took an okay shine, and it is not unattractive. Let's just say that. There's some interesting detail within it. So this one's okay. I'm not regretting this one too much. This little guy took a pretty decent shine. Not sure what it is, and it's very hard to even hold on to this to show you what it is. It's interesting. It needs to be about 5 times this size, though, to be anything I would want to keep. I might as well show all of these. Here are 2 of the other small ones that just didn't take a great shine. As you can see, not an agate type material or a jasper that would take a good shine. Although now that I look at this one in the reflection, that's kind of cool actually. Look at that in there. Huh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Well, no. I didn't speak too soon. It's not that great. Of course, we just knew this piece of quartz would turn out pretty nice. Look at that. Well, that's pretty. Quartz normally takes a pretty good shine. I could have tumbled it a little bit longer to make it just a bit smoother. You see the little fractured area there. Yeah, but honestly, what was the point? This was just a little fun exercise and tumbling little rocks you pick up on a trip. So I like this one. I think it's a keeper. Our last rock is this little jewel right here, which appears to be something like, I don't know. I was going to say a jasper, but maybe not. It's pretty though. I like that white area right there. Took a decent shine, one of the better shines of the group. So I am happy with this one as well. Thank you all so much for watching this little video. I think we got about, I don't know, a 50% success rate. What do you think? Got a couple of shiny ones, a couple of pretty ones, but then several duds. That's the way it goes sometimes with rock tumbling. Thanks again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and be sure and check my other videos for more like this. Thanks again.